Hi! Why is the intro looping? The intro shouldn't be looping. Hello! Where is the screen? The screen should be here. What should be here? Hello, welcome to, is it right, Doctor Who from scratch? No, it's not. Hello. Hello, how are we all doing? Why is the wheel of names not working now? Had the wheel all nice and set up and perfect. There he is. Say hello to Alan, everyone! Jenny everywhere from scratch. What a concept. Nasty Great Rotters of the Galaxy. Jumanji board game. Hi, Alan. Jenny everywhere from scratch is a concept. I'm gonna have to remember that one, to be fair. Alright, let me put Jumanji and Nasty Great Rotters of the Galaxy on the wheel. And then we can begin. How are we all doing? This is Tardis Wiki Roulette, the show where we Tardis a Wiki Roulette. And I now have to explain the premise of the show. So basically, what we do is we go on this wheel, we put things from this wiki, which is also gone for some reason. Hold on. There we go. That should have fixed it. Did that fix it? That didn't fix it. Oh my god! There we go. There we go. We go on this wiki, and then we put on this wheel, and then we spin this wheel, and then we go back on this wiki, and then we go back on this wheel, and it kind of continues like that forever and ever and ever. By the way, I know we had one not long ago, but do you have any idea when we may do another Jenny Roulette? I forget if you said anything last time we did that, not long ago. Did I see the top of Mrs. Flood's head there? You might have. You might have just seen that. Tell you what. Decide Thursday stream. Let's do it this way. Jenny from scratch. Jenny Roulette. Docky Who from scratch. Something else. There we go. Let's see what you all come up with. Leo the 13th and Benedict the 16th. I will put those on now. 1 second. I'll let you good people decide what we do this Thursday, because I don't have any plans. I was just going to do another Doctor Who from scratch, but if you want to do something different, we can do something different. I am okay with that. Oh my god! Alright. A Letter from the Doctor to Storybook 2008 short story. Okay, I'll put that one on. Okay, we got any more? I'm not seeing any more. I think we're up to date. I think we're ready to give this bad Larry a spin, personally. Don't you? Yeah, oh, you're very quiet, Alan. Oh my goodness! It's the new Pope, and they're American. Whatever are we going to do? Okay, let's learn about him on the TARDIS Wiki. Squirrel Club Laws of Time book. No, the new Pope is Leo Shiv. Why is he called Leo Shiv? Oh, 14? Oh. Who's this guy then? Oh! We want the Jodie Whittaker Pope Leo. Okay. Leo XIII was the Pope of the Catholic Church in the late 19th century. In 1887, the papal train of Pope Leo XIII intercepted the Orient Express, on which Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson were travelling through Austria. The Pope asked Holmes to investigate the theft of certain books from the library of St. John the Beheaded in London. Holmes accepted the assignment. Leo XIII could not speak English. Cardinal Rufo Schiller instead translated for him. Leo XIII was described as thin and grey-haired, with the appearance of a banker or grocer. He wore white robes with a tiny white skull cap and a massive gold ring. So, this reminds me of this weekend, this last weekend, just now, you know, as in a few days ago. I tried for the first time the Sherlock Holmes TT game, like tabletop game, and it's remarkably racist. And at first I was like, oh, are they just like commenting on the racism of the time and trying to like be historically realistic? And then, if you could believe such a thing, the narration got in on the racism as well. It was wild. The workers' rights Pope, so the opposite of Whittaker. Hey, be fair, you mean 13. For as far as we know, Jodie Whittaker is not opposed to workers' rights. Have you read Miles's Holmes short story yet? No. Can't stay tonight, but Blue Peter Garden, please. I will put Blue Peter Garden on. Jab, jab. No worries at all, mate. Thank you for popping in, though. Always appreciate seeing you around. Alright, let's see what else we got. No, that's everything. Okay. Well, I guess it's about time we gave this wheel another spinny spin, shouldn't we? Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, baby.
The narration is part of the commentary too. So like by about halfway through the mystery, I had like given up on taking the whole thing seriously. And I had just started saying it was the Irish that did it. It was the Irish Republicans that did it. I was just saying that as like a joke, basically, because like, you know, I had enough. And then it turned out in the end, after like the people who had very diligently tried to actually solve the mystery, i.e. Fee and my other friend, they like very, very diligently tried to solve the mystery, play the game by the rules, take it seriously, and by the end it turned out that the Irish did in fact do it. It's pretty wild. The only other suspect was a black guy who wore a grass skirt and had a bone in his hair. That was the only other suspect. It's pretty bad. Oops, I missed the beginning. That would be a hell of a thing to come in out of context. Wait, did we spin again? My Little Pony, okay. I've watched Daredevil. I don't know. Oh dear. Okay. Alright. And Creature Commandos. Creature Commandos is really good, to be fair. My Little Pony was a popular series of toys. In 33 and a third, My Little Pony had manufacturers. Characters from the series included the ponies Pinkie Pie, 2 Larula, 1 beginning with Star, and an unidentified pony. Ponies featured in the My Little Pony gun included Butterscotch, Bluebell, and Peach Blossom in the War in Heaven. The My Little Pony gun, also simply called the Pony gun, was a top-selling product from the White Peacock Arms catalogue, featuring 3 types of pony, Butterscotch, Bluebell, and Peach Blossom. In her room at St. Sed's College, Elaine Jericho had a My Little Pony themed bedsheet. In the late 2010s, Santa Claus, in an attempt to convince Shonen McCulloch that he was real, said 3 words to her, My Little Pony. This caused her to react offensively and hold her fingernails to his face, threatening to mark him. In Earth 33 1/3 in January 1992, Dapol teamed up with the manufacturers of My Little Pony to create Rainbow Daleks. Books, Meet Rose, Market, Seller, the story at the end. Oh, yeah, give me all of this. Give me all of this, please. I'll put all of that on the wheel. What did you guys think of the story in the engine, by the way? What did you guys think of it? I'm not gonna lie. I kind of loved it. I kind of really vibe with it in like a lot of ways. Best episode of the season, which I mean is saying much, admittedly. Maybe best episode of the run. I don't know yet, but I really liked it. You enjoyed it too? Yeah. Best season 2/season 15 story? Yes. Messy but great? Yes, absolutely. It was a big, beautiful mess of ideas and themes, and it had really strong character work. Oh, it was really good. I don't know. After like what I have considered to be like a bunch of fucking grey content being shoved on my plate every week, this one, man. It's very good. Ryan, did you have my suggestions? Let me make sure. Yes, I literally have them highlighted right now because I just copy and pasted them into the wheel. Fun fact. They literally just popped into the wheel just now. The idea of Last Christmas being non-canon is funny though. All right. Let's see. Let's go. We're still looking up My Little Pony stuff, right? I just wanted to... Well, like, I've been so down on this season that the fact that I can just be effervescently excited about this episode, like, it makes me feel good. It makes me feel good. It's the first time I felt this way about an episode of Doctor Who in... so long time. There are lots of female bronies, by the way. The 12 Doctors companion in a metatemporal iteration before series 9. What? I don't know the first fucking thing about My Little Pony. The only thing I know about it is that John Delancey is in it. I hope the next one isn't all Eurovision is great, isn't it? It's great. It's great. It's part of our culture as Europeans. It's great. It's great. Hello, kitty. I would like to go outside onto the window, please. Papa. Elizabeth. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you being silly? You know the window's closed. Apparently it's gonna be about political radicals trying to hijack the oh god. You're gonna have the Doctor being like, the way isn't left or right, it's forward. Down the middle. What I mean is that Shona was intended to be the Doctor's companion in Series 9, But they scrapped that when Jenna wanted another series, so I was making a point that Shona could have been the Doctor's companion, but I was really rare. Speaking of, let's hijack the stream with political messages and debate. Fucking no! Although Julo Dawson isn't an alias of Pete McD, so yeah, I feel like it's I'm a little optimistic still. Cookie Boy, you're gonna give Ryan a heart attack. I know, you almost did. We love politics here when they're so fun. We like politics when we're talking about the X-Men. Oh dear. All right, let's go on to another article. This has lost its luster. So basically, that one person who stormed Eurovision a few years ago in the UK performance, chatting something about Nazis in 1984 in space. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh well.
Yeah, baby.
List of Doctor Who games. Xavier, you know you were talking a second ago about that fake Peter Cushing quote about the toy maker and the Dalek movies. What is the origin of that fake quote? Out of curiosity. Very curious. I don't think it would have been Shona, by the way, as the companion. I think Naja Winner's right. Because, I mean, they weren't a very good actor, to be honest. Certainly weren't good enough to carry a season of Doctor Who. Some random website written by a guy notorious for lying. Oh, okay. What I would like to see is an episode about Max Headroom. Yeah. Yeah, but very frustratingly, no one has concretely debunked it, so I can't cite it on the wiki. What are we talking about today? Peter Cushing. I have a very mean joke that I'm not going to say. I tell you what, actually, I'll tell you the mean joke. The mean joke was, the debunk is simple. Peter Cushing couldn't have come up with the toy maker and Dalek movie connection fan theory because he was sexually active. There you go. There's the joke. No, I don't. We assume. Yeah, exactly. See, you get it. He was too busy having a fucking life. I am not offended. Well, it was very different in the fucking 60s. I don't know. It's normal to do that shit now. Peter Cushing didn't give a rat's ass about the lore of those films. Exactly. He did not give a single fuck. A la Harrison Ford. Well, he was a lot nicer about it than Harrison Ford is. I actually am of the opinion that Harrison Ford is a bit of a dillweed for the way that he acts. But Peter Cushing was always very gentlemanly about it. Can we do the behind the scenes section of the My Little Pony page? For you, yes, we can. Absolutely. Okay. Yes, absolutely we can. This popular toy series spawned a franchise which included comic and television adaptations that have been influenced by Doctor Who. Some background characters in the television series My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic resemble pony versions of the Master, 3rd, 11th, and most notably 10th Doctors. The latter character, originally a background character nicknamed Dr. Hooves by fans, was later called Time Turner in 2012, but has later changed to Dr. Hooves in 2013. A pony named Rose has also been seen twice in the company of Dr. Hooves. The scene from episode 81 in particular also showed Hooves wearing 3D glasses in a company, as in Doomsday, where instead of Cybermen or Daleks, they send breezes back through a dimensional rift. I think Peter Cushing enjoyed working on the films from memory, but didn't take them seriously. And the same way we viewed a lot of the B movies he worked on, as they tended to be an easy day's work. Yeah, exactly. Like, he took it seriously in the sense that, like, he was an actor doing a good job, but, like, he wasn't going to sit there learning the lore of these things, because lore wasn't really a fucking thing there in old sci-fi. It really wasn't. Like, in old Star Trek, women weren't allowed to be starship captains until suddenly they were. And we all just rolled with that, and we still do. And that's the thing, yeah. I love the production links of companies, because you'll never believe what story the animators did for some of the old shows, like Eccleston. Fine actor, one of the best doctors, but felt little to no connection with the show. Also the behind the scenes business. And that's the thing, people take the Cushing films too literally. No, they're just a bit of 60s sci-fi fun. I don't know, people didn't take things like continuity and lore seriously in the 60s. Because, I mean, to be completely honest, televised science fiction as mainstream entertainment was a pretty novel fucking concept. There wasn't a rule book for it like there is now, because no one knew what it was. They're just meant to be different tellings of the same story. Yes, which I think is actually a good thing, because, like, if you want Doctor Who to be an iconic pop culture character like Dracula or like Sherlock Holmes, you need to have different retellings of the story. They're fun movies with frankly fantastic music. I agree. I really like the Dalek movies. Seriously, those movies have wonderful soundtracks. Well, the second one, I've never seen the first one, but I've seen Dalek Invasion Earth. Oh, I take the piss out of characters in Star Trek being misogynistic still. Yeah, I know. Me too. But yeah. I love the Robomen theme. Yes. You watched both a double bill a while ago? That's cool. I like the RoboCop theme. I've got to admit, I played the RoboCop PS5 game a while ago, and while I didn't really enjoy it, I will say that as a big fan of Paul Verhoeven's oeuvre, the first time you walk into a room and just start shooting impoverished youths, and the starts playing, man. man. But that's got nothing to do with the Roboman theme from the Doctor Who 60s movies. The issue with Star Trek is that it is written by modern writers. It suffers the same issue that sci-fi has with technology, as future tech is always based off of what we currently have. True. The Robomen theme reminded me of my old washing machine. We should bring in future writers. Okay. I saw a comment, I think it was on Facebook, and it said, Doctor Who has gone too far with the messaging. We need to go back to the good old classic days. The Daleks, the Cybermen, the Sleeping Angels. And it's my favourite comment of all time now. The writers can attempt to be progressive, but it won't match with what the progressiveness of the future resembles. It can, though. You can fucking nail it. It's entirely possible to just nail it. That has happened before. Sleeping angels, that does amuse me. It's entirely possible. You ask, give me an example, right? I'm like, fuck you, no. Yeah, but it's hard. It is hard. Yes, it is hard. The Midtown Comics variant cover for issue 2 of the IDW series references the orange-brown scarf of the Fourth Doctor, a street lamp shaped like the TARDIS, and a pony-shaped weeping angel. Issue 19 of the Friendship is Magic comic series went beyond the hourglass mark and also parodied the hat curly hair. And scarf of the Fourth Doctor, the Phoenix cover variant. Yep. What else have we got? What have we got that's like really exciting here? My Little Pony the manga. Spike came across an alternate universe Dr. Hooves in a muffin-shaped TARDIS with his companion, an alternative Derpy Hooves, when he was 10. I don't know what any of this means. Is this exciting? From being lost in the multiverse, with his help, they were able to save Pinkie Pie and bring her back. The Dr. Hooves from Pinkie's home dimension offered his assistance in helping the alternate Doctor, but the alternate Doctor refused, stating that his timeline had enough damage for one day. In Equestria Girls, Holidays Unwrapped, Twilight lightly references Doctor Who after the Flim Flam brothers scammed the Apple family when she said, "That's horrible," and to think bow ties used to be a symbol of integrity that only cool people wore, which was likely a reference to the bow ties at school line, made popular by the 11th Doctor. Dr. Hooves is basically the pony version of the Doctor. I think one example of a writer getting social change back on the money was probably that one SCP about the poor machine which predicted how AI art would affect society. Derpy is a ditzy pony with a blonde mane. She inhabits a vaguely rose-shaped hole. Fair. The DWU comic story Jenny Says Drinkevity features a cameo appearance from Twilight Sparkle, a main character from My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. The character appears in the background of one panel wearing two counterparts of Jenny Everywhere interact. Twilight Sparkle was not named in the comic, nor is any explicit connection made to the My Little Pony franchise. However, earlier drafts of Last Christmas would have given more detail to the My Little Pony reference. In these drafts, Santa would have stated that Shona received My Little Pony merchandise at age 23, possibly alluding to the real-world adult fandom of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. Emphasis on vaguely rose-shaped hole. Is Rose ditzy though? Not really. I mean, at least she didn't sell out all of the Doctor's secrets on a fucking podcast for some dick, like Ruby Sunday did. Anyway, let's go on the wheel.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, hang on. Our own voices, the anthology. What do you mean at least Rose was English? Oh, it's Ian Linus. Oh, okay. Okay. And timed out for 24 hours. Haha. Anyway, let's continue. Oh dear. Alright. So let's go on to this Art of Voices anthology. Oh, that's why the name was familiar. Do you think that he's going to come back with a burner a cat in a minute? I was about to time him out for a year. Can you do that?
I was gonna try.
Wow. I timed him out for a day. Ryan and Jackie Tyler 1.9 returned to the Doctor's universe. Actually, the English are the least trustworthy. True! True! It's fucking accurate, though, isn't it? Don't include the 1.9. Fuck! Too late! It's on there! Didn't mean to include it. Okay. Dude never even stood a chance. All right. So, oh, is this one of yours? Cool. Our Own Voices was a short story anthology released in 2025 by Arcbeetle Press. It was released for April Fool's Day and featured stories from a variety of different series, framed by commentary from an in-universe Arcbeetle Press writing workshop. Nice. Nice. Love to see it. Love to see it. Do you have a link? Post the link to Our Own Voices in the chat to buy it so I can shout it out. Also, does anyone else have to dig through alt-rights? Yes. We feel that. We feel that, Bob. We feel that. We feel that. That's why you all come here. Nowadays, I just look up Council of Geeks or Dalek Bumps for my Doctor Who stuff. True. Or you can come here. No, you should watch Council of Geeks. Council of Geeks is good. Okay, let's spin the wheel again.
Yeah, baby.
A Letter from the Doctor, Storybook 2008 short story. All right, nice. If it doesn't work, Xavier, send it to me on Discord and I'll post it in here. Or I'll put it in the video description. I'll do that. But I want to plug your book. So, yeah, send it. A Letter from the Doctor was a... Oh, hang on. A Letter from the Doctor was a story published in the Doctor Who Storybook 2008. It was written by an in-universe foreword by Russell T Davies. The 10th Doctor writes from the ice swamps of Malarg in Malargshire, Malarg in Galaxy 7 on Mayvember the Fruith, where he and Martha Jones are on holiday. After they have spent just 2 minutes there, the ice swamps have come to life and are chasing them. The Doctor did not get the most up-to-date guidebook and did not know that the frozen slime had evolved this way. Done. It's also free. Ah, shit. Hang on. Let me grab that off you. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Did you put it in the Discord? You probably put it in the Discord, didn't you? Yeah. There we go. And I have it. Ha ha ha. Alright, let me try and pop that in there and see what it does. Yes! Everybody peep Xavier and Aristide's work. Everybody check it out. Everybody check that shit out and tell them that Something Blue Audio sent you. Do it. Okay. Where were we? Okay. chasing them. The Doctor did not get the most up-to-date guidebook and did not know that the frozen slime had evolved this way. He writes that during those 2 minutes he caught up on some reading and saved the best till last in the storybook you hold in your hands, which includes adventures you won't see on television. He had just finished the storybook when he had to start running and reveals that he is writing the letter as he does so. He couldn't put the books down due to the quantum magnetism effect of Malark's sun. He says the storybook you hold in your hands includes one adventure about a motel haunted by zombies, another about a boy who found the TARDIS under his Christmas tree, another about the cats and dogs who learned to talk, another about a woman who was chased by a giant bionic tortoise, and one about pylons that came to life. Not just mine and Twain's, lots of people worked on it. That's true. That's true. Well, it's still very cool, and I'm very glad that it landed on it and that we could plug it for you over here. All of your creative stuff, all of you, you know that I support it. You know that. Okay. I don't know who you are and I don't watch Doctor Who, but cool live stream. No worries. No worries. Okay. Alright, let's spin the wheel. Let's do this. Yeah! Oh no! Which one of you fucking reprobates did this? I have a feeling that one of you is responsible for this. Dogecoin was a dog-related cryptocurrency. Jinx Mikey had a guilty pleasure of trading Dogecoin and other dog-related crypto. Jinx Monsoon was an event in the RuPaul's Drag Race Superstar video game made by Eastside Games. It was a crossover event with the Doctor Who video game Lost in Time at Night at the Space. Oh no, it's this game. I'm gonna click away real quick, don't you worry. This game has BDSM themed characters. I mean, yeah, it's a game off of RuPaul's Drag Race. Of course it's gonna have BDSM characters. I don't care about that. Yeah, baby. What are you, a square? Binary code. Alright, let's take a looky look. Together as a family. Okay. Binary code consisted of... Oh, fuck. Fuck. What is going on? No. I don't want any of this. Go away, editor. Ever put photos of your cute dog online and several years later a billionaire becomes obsessed with cryptocurrency based on your dog and names an entire government department over become an editor, Ryan? No! 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 Not doing it. Well, I'm afraid I'll be off by everyone and have a lovely stream. No worries. No worries at all. Have a good time and enjoy. You will be missed on this Tardis Wiki Roulette. Whose ass do you hate, Cookie Boys? No, Doge can't be named after the coin. It can't be. It is, yeah. In 2050, the virtual reality seen by Starkey in the virtual reality detention facility was a white void with a series of ones and zeros. Wait, what? What is this? Oh, who cares? Anyway, one parallel universe appeared to be comprised of binary code. That's it. That's it. Okay, let's go. Let's go on to the Wheel of Names.
Yeah, baby.
Oh my god! Docky Who from scratch, still undefeated! Whoa! Fucking incredible, incredible. 4 more years! 4 more years! Yeah! Yeah, Elon has an obsession with decade-old memes. Can't be long before he starts Harlem shaking or whatever. Imagine someone doing the Harlem Shake in the year of our Lord 2025. What a fucking embarrassing thing to do. Can you imagine? Anyway, let's do the Tardis Wiki. Dagon's mirror. The parable of Dagon's mirror involved a schism in the Dagonic church. A pair of brothers with equal claim to the papacy. One of the brothers acquired a mirror from a woman clad in yellow that showed him his brother's actions as they happened. Oh, a queen in yellow perhaps? Get it? Do you Lovecraft things? Even though Lovecraft didn't fucking write that one? Allowing him to counteract them to work towards his goals. And then one day he saw the woman in yellow bring his brother a mirror as well, and then the pair stared at each other, watching each other watch the other. The church was made whole only when the next pope walled up both brothers in mirrors. Jesus. You're gonna do this till you're 90? Probably. This is probably my job for the rest of my life, yes. That is probably accurate, yes. I've made peace with it. Is he a giant squid or a dragon in this one? I don't know. Oh, look. I guess that there's no page for Dagon. Unless you get that big, sweet, big finish gig, they don't pay full-time wages. What the fuck are you talking about? Big Finish is never hiring me. Let's be real. Let's be real. The moment anyone from Doctor Who checks out the things I've fucking said on this back catalogue, it is fucking over. For me to ever work on Doctor Who would require, like, the entire current infrastructure of Doctor Who to collapse. Which, fucking maybe. Who knows? But, yeah, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. Well, you're in luck! Oh god. The parable of Dagon's mirror involved a schism in the Dagonic church, a pair of brothers with equal claim to the paper, blah 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 blah. Go on, right, and they got the cat. Alright, let's go.
Yeah, baby.
Slay! Alright, let's take a look. Okay. Lawrence Miles was an unmedicated schizophrenic throughout the entirety of the Wilderness Years. Yeah, that's the Wilderness Years, Najawin. Once we get into the Wilderness Years 2.0, yeah, I'm probably going to get a book deal. But until then, it's going to take a while. You know I'm right as well. Even the examples that you're bringing up to try and encourage me, even those are kind of proving my point. I am in luck, yes. Wilderness Years 2, Electric Boogaloo. I do back in the second Wilderness era. Ryan, what is it, Xavier? What is it? At Hyperville, Europe's largest shopping mall in 2013, the 10th... No. Wait, what? Have you heard the leak? No, what's the leak? Tell me the leak. We got over the fan influencers one and I'm fine. I can handle anything now. What's the leak? Tell me the leak. Tell me the leak. Tell me the leak. Give me that good. Billy Piper is the Doctor? Is that real? Doesn't feel real. But it also kind of does. At the same time. I'm looking it up. I'm looking it up. I'm looking it up. I don't know. Like, come on, RTD 110% would do that. He would! He would! He would! He would! He would! And it's wild because, like, him and Chris Eccleston would finally agree on something. Can I give you my honest, unvarnished opinion on this? Can I give you my completely, like, unfiltered opinion on this? Okay? Here goes. Here goes. I actually think Billy Piper could do a really good job as Doctor Who, but not with Russell T Davies showrunning it. That's my opinion. I think if Billy Piper auditioned for a season of Doctor Who and just happened to give the best audition, yeah, obviously. But, like, this is just a stupid gimmick. And it's gonna fail. Oh no! Did this happen because of Robert Downey Jr.? Did this happen because of Doctor Doom? Guys, ladies, gentlemen, and non-binary people of the Something Blue Audio Tardis Wiki Roulette. Did this just happen because Robert Downey Jr. got cast as Doctor Doom and Russell is obsessed with being the end of the Marvel Cinematic Human Centipede? Is this just what's happening? I have a feeling. She could, but pick someone who isn't from RTD1. Imagine the flex if it was Jenna Coleman. Imagine the flex if it was Sophie Aldred. Imagine. Imagine. Okay, at Hyperville, At Hyperville, Europe's largest shopping mall in 2013, the 10th Doctor encountered the Snow Queen, who, like Santa, chose to travel in a sleigh. I've read this one. It should have been her. Alright. Let's spin this again.
Yeah, baby.
Could you imagine if Robert Downey Jr. plays Doctor Doom, just like, he doesn't even modulate the performance from Tony Stark? Like, he's just like, I'm Doctor Doom, I'm from Latveria. Like, could you imagine if he did that? Like, just starts calling the new Captain America fucking Sprinkles. It'd be great. It'd be great. I think that would be way superior to a faithful version of Doctor Doom. Okay. List of titles that reference other works. It's gigantic. We're not doing that. Okay, let's take a look. Let's spin the wheel again. Fuck it. Oof. I mean, it's already not faithful because of the actor. He won't even know Reed in the film. Is that confirmed? Is that confirmed, Nick Simmons? Because my understanding is that it's the Doom from Reed Richards' universe. So I don't know how that would make sense. Regarding superhero films, the DCEU is a pleasant surprise. I agree. I've been kind of down with everything that DCEU has been doing. That Peacemaker Season 2 trailer looks very good. Yes, they said think about it like Iron Man and Thanos. Where did they say this? I'm going to have to look this up now. Yet to watch Peacemaker? Well, if you like characters that have a little depth to them and hate Nazis, you'll really like Peacemaker. That's what I'll say. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. And you have a good sense of humor. You need to have a good sense of humor as well. If you like good shows, you'll like Peacemaker. That's true. Peacemaker's very good. Will Reed Richards. So yeah, where did you hear this? Where did you hear the Doom thing? Out of curiosity. Because I have questions about it. Yeah, only place I can find is right-wingers. Which like, I don't remember, it was months ago. Yeah, I don't know about that, Nick, because like, all of the information I've seen suggests that this Doom is coming from the same universe as the Reed Richards and the rest of the Fantastic Four. My understanding is that at the end of Fantastic Four, First Steps, Galactus is gonna win, and that ship is full of refugees from like their Earth. That's my like understanding of how it's gonna go down, and Doom is probably on that ship or tracking that ship. But I think they're going to have a pre-established relationship. Yeah, but the implication is they didn't know each other. Where's the implication there? I was surprised First Steps wasn't set in the main MCU verse. I am not. If they're doing like the incursion storyline, then it makes sense to make First Steps like set in another Earth. And also, where the fuck have the Fantastic Four been? I don't think that the MCU would make a lot of sense if you suddenly plopped the Fantastic Four, Doctor Doom, and mutants into it. I haven't read Incursion. It's more of like a concept that's been used in multiple stories where basically two parallel Earths can collide into each other and will always end up destroying one another if one of those Earths isn't destroyed first. Where the fuck had Captain Marvel been? Space. That one's easy to explain. It's not easy to explain where Latveria has been. You can plot mutants into it randomly. Inhumans were hiding. And where the fuck are they? I would argue that you shouldn't use Inhumans as an example of something that worked in terms of integrating this stuff. Because it was very hastily deintegrated. Yeah, S.H.I.E.L.D. isn't canon. No, it's not that S.H.I.E.L.D. isn't canon. It's that the MCU is clearly actively ashamed of the Inhumans and doesn't want you to remember them. Anyway. We're getting sidetracked. Where were we? As in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the television series? Yes. Yes, that's what they're referring to.
Yeah, baby.
I'm going to answer that in a second, Nick Simmons. Okay, so the answer to that, Nick, is that Black Bolt, in his capacity in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, is not there to represent the Inhumans. Black Bolt is there because he was in the Illuminati in the comics, and it's a really recognizable thing, and because they wanted to do the cool kill where she like makes his mouth go shut. That's why. It had nothing to do with the Inhumans at all. At all. If Black Bolt was a mutant in the comics, then he would have been in that. It wouldn't. He still would have been there. Wouldn't have made a difference. Yeah, but it's the same actor. That's not the point I'm making. The point I'm making is that the Inhumans didn't sell as a product, and so they de-emphasized the Inhumans as a product as much as possible. I'm not saying that they retconned it from existence. I'm saying that they shoved it away in a corner, like they're ashamed of it, because they are. Anyway. 2001 was a year. Oh, that's really funny. I just want to take a screenshot of this. I get it, but they didn't have to bring the actor back. It was weird. I mean, people like Anson Mount. Let's see. Audiences like him and people in Hollywood like him. I don't know what to tell you. Sometime before 6th of February, Fitz Crater was dropped in London by Compassion to meet the 8th Doctor. Fitz travelled to Belgium and met Angie Kapoor and her boyfriend Dave Young. They become embroiled in a Coolan plot. Fitz met the 8th Doctor at the St. Louis Bar and Restaurant in London. Mary Miller got her daughter Lucy a pair of rollerblades for her 13th birthday. Straight to the film. Cassandra Schofield was reported missing from her family. On 11th of September, the World Trade Center was attacked, according to an audio. An event that will be going to be known as 9/11. The fucking disconnect between the two sources for that. Who keeps suggesting the boring pages? I know! On Halloween, Clara Oswald went to a party during which she got lost in a forest while playing a game of hide and seek with her friends and was inadvertently whisked away on an adventure with the 11th Doctor, her memory of which was erased due to her encountering him earlier than intended. I'm done with this page. Fuck this page and its mother. Let's go back to Wheel of Names.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. Comrade Clark. I do remember 9/11 very vividly. Yes. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. It was a real bad time. Meanwhile, we still don't have confirmation Ellie Oswald was off by an order. Alright, I want to request an edit. I'm going to request it here. Oh no, my IP address will be publicly visible. But I have Nord. Can you change it so that it says Comrade Clark was a human bastard who served? Can we do that, maybe? Also, once a week, you pussy! Amateur hour! On New Year's Day 2007, Comrade, aged 8, met the 15th Doctor and Belinda Chandra outside the TARDIS while they were waiting for a vortex indicator reading. He took a 50p coin from the Doctor, who proclaimed it Conrad's lucky day, and left to tell his mother about the TARDIS. Nordcast. I don't think anything has said his parents weren't married. I mean... Also, I think that's sort of a problematic message to be sending. What's a problematic message to be sending? You didn't include the part where his mother punched him. Host of A Lucky Day described the podcast and featured an image of Comrade Clark along with the hashtag Comrade Clark, urging readers to subscribe. In 2024, Comrade saw the TARDIS, but before trying to break in, he heard the shriek in a nearby shop. Investigating, he became covered in shriek vomit, marked for the hunt. Before observing the Doctor and Ruby Sunday, he secretly took a picture of Ruby entering the TARDIS and posted it on social media, asking people if they knew her. In 2025, Ruby got in contact with him and he interviewed her for a podcast. He got in a relationship with her as part of a ruse so that he could use her to expose the unit for spreading lies about aliens and monsters and wasting UK's taxpayers' money. Being born out of wedlock doesn't make him a bad person, so we wouldn't emphasize that. Shaking my head. Okay. I mean, I didn't mean he was literally a person born out of wedlock. I don't know how to respond to that, to be honest. I've never had someone get offended by me using the word bastard before. Anyway, Conrad used the contact Jordan Lang to get information about UNIT. He used the information to link the names and addresses of his employees. Eventually, he managed to gain access to UNIT HQ to get more information. After stealing a gun and shooting Jordan when he got in his way, he made his way to the main control deck, live streaming to aid the exposure. At gunpoint, he tried to get Ruby, Shirley Bingham, and Kate Lethbridge Stewart to admit that his conspiracy theory was true, including besmirching Alistair Gordon Lethbridge Stewart's reputation to enrage Kate. Wow, no. I'm not offended and I'm a bastard, don't worry. Sorry, that was too subtle. It was too subtle. You know I do big, loud, flashing colours, Nigel. When Kate set the captured shrieked on him, he admitted that his conspiracy theory was lies. However, after Ruby tasered the shriek, he returned to calling it all special effects before the shriek recovered and bit his arm off. Afterwards, he was imprisoned by a unit, having had his arm reattached using alien tech. The Doctor rematerializes his TARDIS around him and chastised him, firstly for how he used Ruby, and then for weaponizing lies and degrading the work the Doctor did. Not fully believing what he saw, Mrs. Flood appeared, reassuring him it was real, calling herself the Governor, and proclaiming it Comrade's lucky day, jangling his cell's keys. Coolsey. What's the female version of bastard? I don't know. What is the female version of bastard? I think it's just bastard. The term natural daughter or natural child are apparently polite alternatives to the word bastard. Polite, yeah. Apparently being a bastard is a legal term. Damn. I didn't know that. I did not know that. Alright, let's do a few more spins. One or two, and then we're gonna head out. Okay. There we go.
Yeah, baby.
Mom! Mom! Alright, let's take a look. Oh, there's nothing. Let's spin again. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. We're doing it again.
Yeah, baby.
Ryan, what were the results of the poll? We've already done this one. The results from the poll are Jenny from Scratch and Doctor Who from Scratch are both tied for 33%. So someone's gonna have to tie break it. Basically, someone's gonna have to tie break it. Which one of you is gonna be the one that tie breaks it? I can't vote because I'm the host. At least I think I can. I'm the host. We do vote. Damn people not voting for Peak. Wikipedia roulette forever punished. I just didn't think of it in the moment, to be honest, Najawin. I could probably do it next week. I might be finishing off Mass Effect 2 tonight, by the way. We'll see. Alright, by the year 5 billion, a dating system was used by humans. It succeeded the Gregorian calendar and was used near contemporaneously within the old calendar system. By one account, a police report from 5 billion and 23 used the former system. The year 5 billion itself was known as 5.5 Apple/26. Other known dates, albeit without a translation, were 89/feather/50 and 4.8/pomegranate/12. 5.4/cup/16 was seemingly the date of a peace treaty. 5.4 date of peace treaty. 5.4/cup/16. 23/20/3/9/floor 2.2/acorn and 301/39 Apple C were possibly related to this. I'm not gonna lie, I think this is one of the like best things that Russell ever did for Doctor Who. I like the dating system. I think it's fun. Oh no! Was I not on the wiki the whole time? There you go. There you go. Now we're going back. Now we're going back. And we're going over here. And I'm clicking on this.
Yeah, baby.
Whoa! Yeah, this and RTD's planet names are good. RTD's planet names are good. Okay. Hang on. Whoa! During the what invasion? Oh my god, did Doctor Who from scratch ever so slightly take the lead? Ha 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 ha! In the mid-2000s, when Maria Jackson claimed that the bubble shock factory was being run by aliens, Kelsey Hooper sarcastically stated that everyone was an alien, including the Pope. In 2008, the image of the Pope was projected by the Atraxi after the 11th Doctor asked them if Earth was a threat. After the Atraxi had scanned the planet, they concluded that it was not. Pope Benedict XVI is not named in any story. The new Pope mentioned in the Gallifrey Chronicles is intended to be Benedict XVI, who had been elected Pope 2 months prior to the novel's release. Invasion of the Bane was broadcast during his reign. His image briefly appears in the 11th hour via archive footage. Alright, I think it's time for one more spin. Let's see what we got here.
Yeah, baby.
Looks like we're closing out today's festivities with a random page. Random page. Suppressing fire. Engaging a lone Dalek. Bible ordered Red Division to maintain suppressing fire along the perimeter. This was in the book, was it? What a page, am I right? So, here's the thing. Here's the thing, okay? Someone should update the wiki entry for this. Here's the thing, okay? Suppressing fire in combat terms. Suppressing fire is when you have a target that you don't have a clear line of sight on, and so you shoot around the target to make sure that even though you can't hit them, they can't hit you, because they can't poke their head up from cover and take a shot at you while there's constantly bullets flying over their head. That's the idea of suppressing fire, okay? At no point in any of the fucking TV episode Dalek is suppressing fire necessary, because the Dalek, number one, doesn't take fucking cover, and number two, you can't stop it from shooting at you. This isn't real world wiki roulette. You know what? You know what? All it took was a second on Wikipedia. That's all it took. I can't remember if we did jump. Someone should update the wiki entry for this. All right. let's head off. Oh, it's almost like Wiki Roulette is based. Damn, guess Dalek. Oh my god, did I find a flaw in Dalek? Oh my god. Damn, guess Dalek sucks now. Oh god. I don't think we'll do a real world wiki roulette after the incident. Dalek is 1 out of 10. Also, the 3 seconds flat. What did it say? What was the line about 3 seconds flat? Hang on. What did Christopher Eccleston say? Yeah, no, we're gonna do another Wikipedia roulette. Don't worry about that. The incident, 3 seconds flat. Ryan, what? What? Oh, I get it. Xavier is porn, not safe for work on YouTube. Like. Anyway, I'm going now. Everybody have a lovely time. I'm going to be back tonight on Twitch on Wild Magic, so make sure to follow Wild Magic. I'm doing Mass Effect 2. Pretty sure I'm finishing that game. So bye. Sorry, don't dare fucking apologize, Venom. Bye!